And here's part 2, guys. We're going to start off with number 6. Sorry again for splitting the videos like this. Number 6. Look at the places you're going and search for multi-day or multi-activity passes. Like in an example, here in Athens, when you go to the Acropolis, they offer, well, there's the regular, just the Acropolis ticket, it's 20 euros. Or they offer another pass where you can go to the Acropolis and I believe it's 6 other attractions for just 10 more euros. So it's 30. In America, the National Parks Pass. This is the mother of all passes. Now, when I did it and used it, it was $50 for 1 year. Now, it may have changed in price. But, you know, 50, maybe if it changed, it's 100 or something, that's still very cheap. And you can go to every national park in America, in the entire country, as many times as you want, as many days as you want. Now, I will point out, this is just to get in the park, and this does not count for a camping pass. So if you want to camp in the park, you will need to also pay for that. But if you're just going there for a day, or you're going in and you're coming out, staying somewhere else, which I recommend because it's much cheaper, then you can see all these parks for, essentially, if you go around the whole country, pennies on the dollar. It's so cheap. Many national parks will cost you 20, 30, 50. I think even 1 or 2 parks are $60 or $70 for 1 day passes, okay? So even if you just go to 2 parks or 1 park for 2 or 3 days, you've already paid for your pass, you've saved money. If you were like me and you traveled around the country and visited most of the national parks, forget about it. I've probably saved $1,000, if not more. And yeah, not everywhere offers this kind of thing, of course, but at least especially in Western countries, this is a huge thing and can save you hundreds and thousands of dollars, depending on the scale and the length of time that you do this. So, number 7, utilize your big purchases, and like if you're trying to book a hotel or an Airbnb, a hostel, you know, you're trying to book all of it in advance, you're renting a car, you know, you're paying some kind of big bill off or something, depending on what or you're buying a camera for your trip. That's a big one. You should do this jointly with a new credit card offer. Now, I'm not telling you guys to just go out and get a bunch of credit cards, so please don't do that. But if you search online and you have decent credit history, a decent credit score, you can oftentimes get a cashback card or a travel card. That'll be like, oh, spend $500 in 3 months, or spend $1,000 in 3 months, or something like that. You know, sometimes it's much more if it's a really high-end card. And they'll give you $100, $200, $500 back. They'll give you enough miles, travel miles, to fly to wherever you're going, or maybe coming back from that place for free. And that'll save you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And also, if you get a travel card in particular, like one designed for travel, you can often get a free checked bag with it. You can get free car insurance for your rental. You can get cash back on all your purchases that you do outside of the bonus offer cash back. And they can offer you all kinds of benefits. I'm not going to get into that. I'll make a completely separate video for this too, because this can be a huge way to save money, plan, and budget for a big trip. But I just want to let you guys know this can be a huge money saver. I highly recommend it. Okay, number 8. Please guys, try and utilize the local food, local produce, local restaurants. Now, when I say this, I don't mean go to Times Square and go to the big flashy restaurant that says, come in, please. If you're in Asia, I don't mean the restaurant that's blasting stereotypical Asian music and has a bunch of English written everywhere and there's no foreign language written on the menus. I'm talking about places where you see a bunch of local people going. They're not in the main tourist areas. And they're usually smaller places. Go to the markets. Not the supermarkets, but like the local outside markets, the stands, the street food. Ask around, ask your hotel, your B&B, your local family host. Just stop somebody. Hey, excuse me, where's a really great restaurant for seafood, for burgers, for whatever you're looking for? And maybe some people will be like, and they'll keep walking, they'll ignore you. Don't worry about it, don't take it personally, you know how it goes. Just ask a few people and usually it's not a big problem. If you don't want to ask a stranger, go into a random bar and just ask them, hey, what's a great place that I should go to? I have one day here. What's the number one place in town? And 90% of the time you will be pleasantly surprised and they'll give you amazing recommendations and they'll be at a bargain price usually. As an example, in Puerto Rico, I stayed local and I asked my host all the time, where should I go? He took me to places, he recommended places where I could get food, like an entire huge, delicious, and I mean amazing and fresh meal for like $2 or something, $3. Then if you go to the tourist areas, you can get a smoothie or a juice for $10. You go to the downtown place where all the tourists go and take pictures, and you're going to be paying $15, $20 for average food. It's not even that good because it doesn't need to be good because they know the tourists will come there. So don't discount the hole-in-the-wall places. Don't discount the mom-and-pop places. Support the local economy and not the tourist traps. And your wallet will thank you, as will your stomach. All right, number 9. Now, this is a smaller money-saving thing, but guys, when you go to restaurants, I know many of you might like to drink beer, wine, soda, tea, whatever your drink of choice is. Just remember you're at a restaurant and they need to make money. So when you order these drinks, just think, $1.50, $2.50, $3.50. If you're at a place when you want to get a smoothie or a juice, maybe it's $4 or $5, depending on where you are. Now imagine how many times you go to the restaurant. Multiply that number by that times the length of your stay, and you can get to be spending quite a lot of money on these up-priced drinks. Just order water at the restaurant, guys. Unless you're there to try a local specialty or something, just order some water. It's usually free. My 10th and final tip is, please guys, and this only applies to international travel, but when you're traveling internationally, you're going to be using a different currency, most likely. Please, please, please guys, do not exchange your money at the airport. I'm going to say it again. Do not exchange your money at the airport. This is the worst thing you can do. I know it's easy, it's convenient, and that's why they're there. They're taking advantage of you guys. Don't fall for the trap. Don't do it. You can go to your local bank, maybe even Google which banks offer the best exchange or the lowest fees. Or even simpler than that, these days, guys, this is 2021. We have advanced technology. We have the technology. You know, there are online services, there are apps, there's all kinds of things you can use that will use real-time exchange rates, low fees. You're gonna get ripped off so badly at the airport exchange counter. Especially the more money you exchange, the more money you're gonna lose. If you're exchanging a lot of money, guys, you could lose hundreds of dollars this way. So yeah, final tip, don't do that. Okay, now guys, thank you for watching. If you've continued to watch through the whole video, I'm going to reward you with some bonus content, a final bonus tip. So, what you want to do is when you're traveling, check the places that you're going, the restaurants if you've planned that specifically, the cities, the states sometimes, and look, many places have special deals on a certain day of the week, a certain week of the month, or a certain day of the month only. Or maybe it's the season that they offer these special discounts or freebies. Like in my home, Baltimore, they offer deals during certain times of the month to go to the aquarium and art museums and things like that for free or very, very cheap. They have passes to go to many of the places in the same day. Some places will give you 50% off, 20% off discounts for going at a certain time of the day even. So check the museums, check the restaurants, check the city website for the tourist stuff. They'll often be advertising this. You know, you even want to check just to make sure that the place is open, because I can't tell you how many times, guys, that I've planned a trip meticulously, or even I just heard about a place by word of mouth, and then I went, and it was my last day or something, and the place was closed. You know, some places have funny days or funny hours, some countries or some cities, everything closes on a certain day, and the local people know about it, but maybe it's totally different from what you're used to. If places are always closed on Sunday, for example, but in another place everything's closed on a Monday. I've had experiences where things were closed on every single day of the week, you know, a place was closed on Monday, or it was a Thursday, or a Saturday, Sunday. You know, depends on where you're going, what you're doing. Just check the restaurant or museum, whatever the place is, calendar to make sure, because how disappointed would you be if it's the last day, you've been looking forward to it your whole trip, and it's closed. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it, and you won't get to do it unless you come back. So anyway, thank you for sticking around, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content, and I hope you will save a lot of money by utilizing the tips that I've offered here today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye guys.